And welcome back to, excuse me, last time on Dragon Ball Z What If? What if Gohan had gone Super Saiyan on Namek when the Namekians are being slaughtered by Frieza? It probably sounds more, well, I flowed that better in this than I think it does in the actual title. But still, the point remains. So, we're on to part 2 now of this What If. And, to recap, I believe this What If came to us from, oh crap, what did this, give me this What If. I don't have the actual the new notebook down, but I have the old notebook, which still has all those written down. So give me 1 second. Who gave me that one suggestion again? I mean, I've already given them a shout out in that video, so it goes without saying. Oh yeah, Jose Aguilera. So yeah, we're back onto that one. So last we left off, Gohan and Super Saiyan, they had between the combination of Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, and Gohan. And Dende being able to heal them, being still around and healing them, therefore giving some Zenkai boosts, they were actually able to defeat Frieza on Namek. Now, they all go back. Vegeta has gone his own way to train. He's pissed off that Goku is still stronger than him and that his kid has reached a level of Super Saiyan. So he goes off to train in space. They go back to Earth. Goku does not learn the instant transmission. So we're here. We're in that year, what was it, a year or 2 years? Because the Namekian year's shorter, so they could use the Dragon Balls. Balls. I think it's like a year and a half, something like that. We'll say it's a year and a half, just for sake of sakes, because it's different time frame here when we are dealing with the fact that Goku's came back. Because I know there was at least a year he was gone. That's the thing, but I think there's more time in between there. Anyway, so what goes on in this time period right now? Well, several things go on. One, Chi-Chi says, "Oh, Gohan, what'd you do?" It's okay. Basically, Goku and Piccolo combined are able to convince her that right now Gohan is the strongest individual on the planet. But, if you want him to, still learn, go to school, learn, be a scholar, all that, but he still should be able to train and keep his skills up. Maybe not get stronger, but at least maintain his strength for the time being. It's important to have a balance of body and mind, as Piccolo would probably say. And Goku would agree with that. And Chi-Chi, I think, would relent on this at least enough. I think in the scenario where Goku's there to actually convince Goku and someone else is there to convince her, or Goku takes a situation very seriously and she sees that, she relents to some degree. But basically, they reach an agreement that as long as he finishes his homework, he can then train with you for a certain amount of time in the day or whatever. So that's what happens throughout the year. Now, I always go with the understanding that Goku is great at seeing something, a technique, and imitating the technique. He learned a Kamehameha basically instantaneously. He had to perfect it, but he basically learned it almost instantaneously by seeing Roshi do it. He's learned Krillin's Kienzan, he's learned the Solar Flare, learned the Kaioken, obviously. So he's learned a lot of techniques by either just seeing them and doing them himself and working on them, or things along those lines. So in any scenario where someone, Gohan, for instance, goes Super Saiyan before he does, I fully believe he learns how to go Super Saiyan. I think that's very possible. He basically just says, what happened when you first went to this form? I was just so blinded by rage, Dad, that, this and this and that. So after some practice, Goku eventually does hit Super Saiyan as well, which then, makes him immediately now the strongest individual on the planet. His power, I believe I put him at, was around 4 million when he got that Zenkai boost. I would put him now roughly probably around 5 million when it's all said and done. So now you have Gohan, Piccolo, and Goku training through that year apiece. Basically everything else goes the same for the other Z fighters. Vegeta does show back up, and I think Vegeta has also reached Super Saiyan at this point. I think the combined humiliation and rage between Goku still being vastly stronger than he is, and a kid, a half-breed Saiyan, if you will, of all things, being the Super Saiyan before him, a Saiyan Elite, the Prince of all Saiyans, would just drive him over the edge to some degree, and he would reach Super Saiyan. So I think he would come back, and I think he would challenge both of them to a fight. 1-on-1, both of them. And I think he would take the kid on first. He'd want to save Goku for last. I think Vegeta's somewhere around the 4 million marker. I think he's around 200 million when he's Super Saiyan, whereas Goku right now is 250. I think Goku's still the overall stronger of the two. But Gohan, I do believe, because I put Gohan, I believe, around 2 million when I previously. I would put Gohan now around 3 million. I think he's roughly around the same power as Goku was when he fought Frieza. So, Goku's like, and use your Super Saiyan form, boy. I'm going to show you what a real Saiyan is like. I'm going to show you what a real Saiyan is like. My voice is a little off at the moment. I usually do a better Vegeta than that. So, Goku's like, it's okay. It's like, and then he goes, yeah, and powers up and like, no, that's it. Show me all your power. And then even Vegeta smiles like, good to see you've gotten even stronger than before. That'll make this even sweeter. And then he powers up, and then boom, Super Saiyan Vegeta. And Goku, Piccolo, and everyone's just shocked. I was like, oh god. And then so him and Gohan go at it. And Gohan, granted, even with a 50 million% difference, or 50 million difference in their power level, still is able to hold his own okay, but we saw how much Goku owned Frieza with only a 30 million difference. So Vegeta still whole-handedly kind of controls the fight a bit, but Gohan's still able to overall hold his own for the time being, for a while. It's just Vegeta's had more fighting experience and he's just stronger. And so it's like, now it's your turn, Kakarot. I hope you're ready. It's like, and then, it's like, gives Gohan a sense of me. He's been roughed up, but he's not, like, nothing's serious beyond it. Roughed up to the point where you could see that Vegeta was letting out some steam on Gohan. But now Goku comes in, it's like, yeah, it's like, and I'm going to enjoy this as well, Vegeta. And he gives us that confidence spark, and he's just like, It's like, and then he powers up. Vegeta now is like, it's like, I figures you figure it out as well. Fine! And then they go clash, and it's kind of the reverse now. Granted, I think Vegeta probably has a longer fighting experience than Goku does, technically speaking, but Goku's just, frankly, the better fighter in many. He's more of a natural fighter than Vegeta is the thing. A lot of people are kind of wondering who's stronger and all that. And Vegeta is probably the second strongest in the series when you really break it down. But Goku is just kind of more of a natural. He's a more go with the flow and just fights for the pure enjoyment of it, where Vegeta, there's a bit more personal reason for why he fights and all that. It just comes more naturally to Goku, and Vegeta's even said that to some degree. But anyway, yeah, Goku again. It's a fairly kind of evened out fight to some degree. I don't actually think imagine Goku holds back just a little bit to even out the fight, but then Goku, goes to full power, 250 versus the 200, and it's basically a reverse of what happened with Gohan and Vegeta. Goku wails on Vegeta. Side note, I do believe Piccolo is stronger in this scenario too because he has Goku to train with. How much stronger? That remains to be seen. Now, the question is, does King Cole show up? No. Frieza's long dead. He doesn't run into Frieza. He doesn't say, oh, well, where should we go then, little my lamb chop? It's like, we're going to Earth, Daddy. So that doesn't happen. So King Cole doesn't show up. Instead, Trunks just shows up. Just, boop. Just pose like, oh, hi, everyone. I was like, what? I thought Frieza's like, no, we killed Frieza. It's like, what? Yeah. So they explain the whole scenario. That happened. So then there's the 3 years of training. Now, in terms of the power, Krillin, Tien, Yamcha, Chaozu, they're all about the same in power. Nothing's changed there. What certainly changes is Vegeta's already Super Saiyan. Goku and Gohan are both Super Saiyan. Piccolo is stronger in this scenario as well. So everyone, I think, is stronger than their canon counterpart. By how much? That's a tough call to say to some degree. If I were to give a rough estimate where I think their power levels are right now, I mean, Vegeta was 400 after training for a full year or full 3 years hardcore. I would go so far as saying he's maybe about 6 million. Goku would be about 5 million. I go so far as to say with 2 people to train him, one of them being his son who's a Super Saiyan, one being Piccolo. 2 people to train with him, and they would also be getting stronger exponentially. They would also be getting stronger faster than he would, obviously. I might go so far as to say 800 for Goku, not factoring the heart buyers. We'll get to the heart buyers. Gohan was around 3 million. I'd go as far as to say he's probably 5 million. I'd say he's not as strong as Vegeta, but he's closing on that gap a bit. And then Piccolo, Piccolo's power is kind of hard to determine. He's stronger than he was in the canon. I'd say he's probably around 200 in the canon, million. Somewhere in the canon, somewhere in that. I'd put him maybe close to 250. I'd say, we'll even go and say so far as 250. Now, when, nothing changes in terms of the actual first confrontation with the androids. And then they confront each other, and Goku powers up. Now, normally speaking, he'd be around 400 million, which would be more than enough to waste either of these androids, and probably even androids 17 and 18 in this scenario. But Goku's got the heart virus, which slowly but severely and continually weakens him. So he's already lower than what he would be. So instead of 8, we're going to put him at 6. He's still around 300 million though, which puts him well and above and either of the androids, who I believe aren't above 200 million. And very similar to the actual history, he just starts wailing on 19. In fact, I believe he does successfully defeat 19. Those powers is quickly draining. And he does make the mistake of the Kamehameha, but I think he still manages to take out 19. What happens is I think he manages to take out one of the arms, like one of his arms, and just boom, rip it off. And then 19 does absorb the energy through one hand, but it's one hand, so it's a little difficult for him to fight now with just one arm. So Goku has to employ a tactic. Throws an energy blade while his energy is getting absorbed, and then it comes in and cans, like he throws a Kianzan basically, just and he powers into Super Saiyan. Like his energy being absorbed, just chink, and then comes in and takes off the other arm, and then with his remaining energy, just blasts a hole straight through 19. But then he just collapses from the heart virus. Should also be noted that Vegeta is here as well at this point. Vegeta is not just randomly coming back from any place. So Vegeta's just, he's scoffing at the fact that that Kakarot struggled with this little fat clown for so long. All right, you seem to be the stronger of the two. Then he just powers up to Super Saiyan, around 300 million. So he's far and away stronger than 20 is. Dro is, and Dro can sense I need to get out of here. And then he does basically he manages to get away. Because between Vegeta's arrogance, Piccolo, and all that, he still manages to get away. Granted, like with Piccolo, he still, I think, manages to lose an arm and stuff like that. But he still manages to get away, activate 17 and 18. Now, Gohan is currently taking his father. Gohan's taking his father away. Piccolo is actually already as strong as Gohan as a Super Saiyan, which is something impressive. So Trunks comes in, that whole shtick happens. However, the key difference here is that in that fight between 18 and Vegeta does much better, I think, against 18. Because I believe 18 is somewhere only in the neighborhood of about 300 million, give or take. Her and 17 are both stronger than their alternate future counterparts. I believe they're fully within the range of about 350 to 300. Because Piccolo actually was able to hold his own pretty handily against 17 when they fought initially. I believe he was the stronger of the two. Because when 16 read his power level, Piccolo's power level, he said Piccolo was just as strong as 17. However, as he fully utilized all his power, it was clear that he was at least initially stronger than his 17, I think. But because 17 has infinite energy and stamina, he was outlasting Piccolo, and Piccolo was waning. So I believe that's where I put him. Actually, I have those notes right here. Actually, now that I say that out loud, let me just see where I did that. Maybe I'm wrong. Hold on, give me 1 second. I could actually be wrong on that. Where did I put 17 and 18? Android. No, Mr. Satan. That's not the one I'm looking at. Android and that's exactly what. No, actually, no. I take that back. I put 18 around 350 and 17 around 400. So I take that back. Still, Vegeta holds his own far better against 18 than they did in the canon. So, actually, now I'm going to check that real quick. Did I put... Because if I put Vegeta around 250, which I think I did. Let's see here now. Where did I write those things down? There you are. Alright, so Vegeta, where did I put you real quick? Vegeta! Prince of all Saiyans! What was your power level that I wrote down? Vegeta was somewhere in the neighborhood. If I was, yeah, that's exactly right. He's stronger than his counterpart. That's the gist of what I'm getting at. So he holds his own better against 18, who actually has to put in some legitimate effort. It isn't like when he kind of like did that one hit and all that stuff, and she's like, oh, because I have to take this a little more seriously. No, she actually has to. She actually gets hit and goes, ugh, and then she just wails on him and still breaks his arm. Likewise, Gohan and Piccolo and Trunks show up, and they all get their asses handed to them. So that happens. They go off. So Goku's recovering. The whole thing with Cell happens. Piccolo fuses with Kami, which puts his power roughly around 500 million, which already puts him well above Cell at this current stage. That fight still happens about the same as it did, though Piccolo is even more control. Then the Piccolo comes, the androids come. Here's the thing. Piccolo at 500 and 70 is well above 17 at this point. Even if he tires out of it, he's still well above 17. So he still can dominate him fairly handily at this point. Now, does he beat him? No. But I think he actually, 17 is actually a lot more worn down. Granted, again, infinite stamina. But he's a lot more worn down in terms of he actually takes more damage now from Piccolo's attacks. Fortunately, Cell shows up. Piccolo's more tired. And unfortunately, that whole scenario goes about the same. 17 gets absorbed. We have now Super Cell, or second state form Cell. Goku does recover eventually, and I'd put him at a solid 10 million at this point. His power, unfortunately, would not be anywhere near close to Cell, but he would still be strong enough to do what he had to do. Goes and finds Vegeta. They talk about the hyperbolic time chamber. Him and Trunks go and train. And this is happening while this is happening. Goku, unfortunately, because he doesn't know the instant transmission, can't go to save Piccolo or Tien. So, unfortunately, they both die. Actually, that's not entirely true. I think Tien does die. However, Piccolo is not dead, is the thing. In fact, I imagine, because Cell goes off eventually to find them, he would leave their corpses there. Because Tien does get blasted, but Tien's dead. Piccolo, no. Because he assumed Piccolo was dead. Piccolo doesn't manage to drag himself out of the water, if you remember. So, I think Goku would quickly, as quick as he can, zip in Super Saiyan, boom, grab Piccolo and zip back. Because at least with Piccolo, they might manage to get the Dragon Balls or something. Granted, they're not aware of that part yet. But still, unfortunately, Tien's gone. We've lost Tien. So now the whole fight is he's looking around doing pot shots. They get at least Piccolo to Kami's lookout, give him Senzu Bean. So he's good to go again. Vegeta and Trunks both get out of the hyperbolic time chamber. And again, they are both stronger than Vegeta's stronger than his canon counterpart. Who I put, I think, around 1.2 billion, 1.5. 1 second, because like most people, I put semi-perfect Cell right around the 1 billion marker in terms of power levels. It's actually good to have this little booklet here, or have my notes here for a change. Vegeta, I believe I put what did I put him at? I put him right around full power right around 1.5 billion. I wouldn't put him much stronger than 1.5. I put him around say maybe 1.75 billion. So, in the middle there. Which is enough that, at least with a suppressed perfect Cell, when that whole debacle happens, he is able to hold his own a little better against the suppressed perfect Cell. But once Cell, not going full power, mind you, but at least actually puts some real effort in, probably goes halfway to his full power, 2.5 billion, it would be the same after that. But Vegeta initially at full power would, it's like, I have, you, me, hard as you can. And if I don't buy it, then I guess your father was right about it. And then instead of that, where Cell doesn't move at all, he actually... Okay, that actually not bad, Vegeta. That wasn't bad. I actually felt that. But then it's still pretty much a one-sided fight. Vegeta holds his own okay, but it's more or less one-sided. And then, he does the final flash. And now the question is, because he's stronger, his final flash did hurt Cell. That hurt Cell. He lost the chunk of grain. He just regenerated, but it still did damage to Cell. Could he theoretically kill Cell? Not at that power. I think he still does more damage. I think, like, he's, instead of just that giant chunk, he's like almost his entire body is gone at this point. There's like a little bit of flesh here. He's like, oh god, oh god, this hurts. And then he finally grows back and says, oh dear Lord, dear Kami God, whatever you guys worship. It's like, you know, funny, I kind of like the old one better. I guess I'll just break this one in. So yeah, he still beats that. The whole thing with Trunks happens. Goku and Gohan both get out of the hyperbolic time chamber. Goku is the stronger in base form right now, but it's with so much time that Gohan has now had in Super Saiyan. Goku saw glimpses of Super Saiyan 2 in the hyperbolic time chamber in the canon. Like, Gohan briefly touched upon it a few times. I fully think Gohan has hit Super Saiyan 2 at this point. I think he was pushed hard up that he can now go Super Saiyan 2. He's trained to do it. He's trained it. He can now do it at a whim. Goku has not, but I think Goku has seen enough that he's tapping on the door a little bit. It would take him maybe another year or two for him to do it normally, but I think he can do it. Or I think he knows he can do it if he pushes himself. But in terms of just full power, like where their powers stand opposed to their canon counterparts, seeing as they're both, I think, stronger than... Well, actually, I need to double check on that one real quick. Because now that I say that out loud, I think actually that is where I kind of have Goku canon-wise. His power was around 10 million. Heart virus. Nope. He wasn't quite that strong when I put him in, how I wrote him down. So he's stronger. So I have to now, so hypothetically, he should be stronger in this timeline. So strength-wise, because he's roughly around equal to Cell, if not maybe just a little weaker. So I would say now, I would put him, if not equal to Cell, maybe a little stronger than Cell, but not like, if Cell's full power before he got regenerated was stronger, after that explosion. If Cell's power was around 3 billion, Goku's would be like 3.1. He would barely be strong. He would barely edge out Cell, but he would be stronger. If not, he's equal to Cell. So when that whole... And Gohan would also be a little stronger too. He would be somewhere in the neighborhood of like 2.5, 2.7. 1 second. Where did I put his power level at? Gohan. Eat your birthday. Gohan. Where did I put Gohan? I put Gohan at around 2.5, 2.2. So I would put Gohan around 2.5, maybe 2.7. So Goku and Cell do their fight. Now the question is, with a Goku who is as strong as Cell, we're just gonna say bare minimum as strong. With that warp Kamehameha, oh, he can't do the warp Kamehameha. That's right, he doesn't have the instant transmission in this scenario. So does Goku even escape that blast that Cell fired at him that first time? He wouldn't escape it, but I think he would maybe counteract it with a blast of equal power and just let him blow up in the atmosphere. But he would also be hurt because of that. But would he be dead? I don't know if he would be dead. I don't think he would, but he would definitely worse for wear and come in and just, wail on Cell a little again. But he would. I actually think Goku now loses that fight legitimately because he can't instant transmission his way out of some harm's way, and he can't do that warp Kamehameha. If you had the Goku with that warp Kamehameha equal to Cell strength, I would argue he might actually legitimately kill Cell. Because the power would just, But, who knows. But even so, Goku would still eventually be like, nope, I can't go on. I can't continue this fight. Go on, it's up to you. So Gohan and Cell do their fight, and Cell holds the edge. Cell does hold the edge in this fight, but then Gohan reveals the trump card that he goes Super Saiyan 2, eventually, and at 5 million, he completely and utterly overwhelms Cell. Because, let's also remember, having not had enough time to train with the form, he's gotten over that arrogance that the power boost, that ego boost has given him. So, I think with enough time and training, he gets over that, and therefore, he does legitimately beat Cell. So, Gohan has defeated Cell, He is the savior of the world. Satan is not. Hercule is not the savior of the world. So there you go. I think we're gonna end it there, where Gohan has legitimately beaten Cell and Goku is still alive. So there you have for the part 2. Join us next time, or join us Wednesday for part 3, which will be tackling the Buu Saga. And actually, Buu Saga and probably Super. I think we're going to be able to crack this out in 3 videos. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who wins. Star Wars, superhero, magic, what ifs, anything I do on this channel. Put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to that at some point. That's my thing now. I'm doing that, and that. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Again, just to reiterate, I've got one more video coming up. It's the sister video or companion video, if you will, to the things I didn't like about The Last Jedi, things I liked about The Last Jedi. Who would wins in the What If on Wednesday, who would wins throughout the week, and Death Battle prediction on Wednesday, because we've got the Dr. Fate versus Dr. Strange fight coming out. My money's on Dr. Strange. Here's hoping. Either way, it's going to be a good fight. That's going to be a good fight. Do I have anything else planned? Oh, Hotel Artemis on Tuesday. Credibles Thursday, and then the usual. So yeah, I do the occasional other videos, like I'm doing the Star Wars videos because I felt like it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you folks next time.